A few years back, I worked part-time for a local flower shop. We mostly handled small orders, but around Valentine's Day, we'd get slammed. That year, one of my coworkers called out last minute, so I offered to cover some late evening deliveries. It was already dark when I picked up my last order, a single bouquet of roses for a house way out near the edge of town. The address was unfamiliar, and the GPS took me down this narrow, winding road lined with thick, leafless trees. There were no streetlights, just the dim glow of my headlights cutting through the fog. The house itself sat at the very end of a gravel driveway, surrounded by dense woods on all sides. What struck me immediately was how out of place it looked, like an old farmhouse frozen in time. The porch light was on, but every window was pitch black. No TV glow, no movement inside. Just stillness. I parked and grabbed the flowers. As I walked toward the door, I noticed deep footprints in the snow leading from the woods to the porch, but none going back. A little unsettling, but I brushed it off, figuring maybe the homeowner had just gone for a walk. I rang the bell. No answer. I knocked. Still nothing. The air was unnervingly quiet. Even the wind seemed to have stopped. After a couple minutes, I turned to leave, planning to call the shop and report a failed delivery. But that's when I noticed movement in my peripheral vision. A man was standing at the edge of the tree line, maybe 30 feet away. He was facing me, not moving, barely visible in the fog. I froze. My instinct was to call out, but something about the way he stood there, completely still, arms at his sides, made my skin crawl. I quickly got back to my car and locked the doors. I tried to start the engine, but it sputtered. Dead. That's when my heart started racing. I glanced up again. Now there were two figures standing at the tree line. Both perfectly still, watching. I frantically pulled out my phone and called 911, trying to keep my voice steady. The dispatcher assured me help was on the way. As I stayed on the line, I noticed the first man slowly stepping forward, followed by the second. Step by step, they were closing the distance, not rushing, just approaching. Suddenly, my headlights flickered back on. The car roared to life. Without hesitation, I slammed it into reverse, tires spinning as I backed down the narrow driveway. As I pulled onto the main road, I saw flashing blue and red lights racing toward me. The police searched the area but found nothing. No sign of the men. No footprints in the snow beyond what I saw. The house, it turned out, had been vacant for over a year. I quit the flower shop after that night. And I still wonder, was it a trap? Were they watching from the woods, waiting for someone like me to show up? I don't want to know.